please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. How about the seniors lead us in pledge tonight? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we always do, we'll have a moment of silence for the safe return of Colin Gillis and for his family. We're just going to go off order for 1 minute. Mr. Oblard, if you'd give your report, and then we'll come back to public comment, because you have...
Thank you, appreciate that. Quick update, we worked the other night on the boulevard here. We had an issue with a hydrant, and we got that corrected, but while we had the hole open, we put a T in a valve to backfeed McLaughlin Ave. A lot of people on the boulevard are complaining about dirty water. That loop will correct that issue.
And when will that be done, roughly?
We've got North Country Contracting, they're already in town with the meter project. They're gonna hopefully do that project of getting a figure before the end of the week from the owner, Jeff Brew. So that'll be a good loop, and the water will continually flow through the uptown.
Okay.
And we had an issue and it worked out great.
Anything else?
Getting ready for the winter weather.
Okay.
We have a little bit of drainage. We're gonna work with Bob on Elm. I haven't talked to Bob. We talked before about it.
Yep.
But we're gonna get that done before winter too.
Questions for Mark? Okay, thank you, Mark.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright. Thanks
Okay,
for coming, Mark.
we'll go back to the report. I'll even get the report.
Okay,
No, now we'll go to public comment period. Anyone? Public comment period. Nothing? I want to report to you, because you brought it up about, and others, about the, oh, thank you. Okay, welcome. The handicap parking, the head of the DOT for the county will be here Friday, and we're going to pass 2 resolutions tonight. One of them will be requesting the state to put a handicap parking sign in front of the village office, the parking spot, and let them realign their handicapped parking on Park Street at their discretion. And also at Main Street in front of 19, that will be removed, and they will put that at their discretion somewhere on Main Street. We're going to pass 2 resolutions tonight. He's going to come and look over a couple other issues that we have in the village too, with this corner, little park here on the corner. That is a state-owned park. We thought a private citizen owned it, but the state owns it, and they're probably going to turn that over to us to put a bench in or whatever. So he'll be here Friday if anybody has any other questions.
Where's the park, man? Which one? The corner?
Little, just a little greenery, I call it, right where the sports shop used to be. So we're going to look and see if we can put a bench in there and maybe do something there. Yes, sir.
Real quick, if I may.
Oh, take your
This
time.
is general comments.
Yes.
We have a project just down the road here on Wabeek for Mr. Scott Polisette. He owns a lakefront property across from the old Coca-Cola plant. And I believe it was a marina years ago.
Yes, Lake owns.
So he has a retaining wall that's failed, and we've got the permits from the APA and DEC. We're getting a building permit from Mr. Edwards. But we need room to temporarily store 2 tractor trailer loads of Ready Rock. So I was going to ask the village board if we could store it in their lot across the street where that electrical meter is, transformer or something right there.
I think that's isn't that the water department pump station
Yeah,
off the
it is.
street a little bit?
Yep, to the right.
Yeah, I think that's their little
Behind
pump
Quinn's, behind the white house down here on the corner, Dolores Black's.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just above the
Yeah,
Coke plant and the right of way.
the pump station.
Yeah, I mean, there's no problem. We can get, as long as we can get it.
Yeah, we're going to store it right in the back. It's just stored 2 loads.
Nope.
Out with Mark.
Yes, we don't have any problem. You've done a lot of nice volunteer work for the village, and we appreciate all your help you've given us on all our projects. No
Alright.
problem. Do whatever you have to. Just get a hold of Mark.
Yep.
Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you guys very
Anything
much.
else?
That's it.
Any of the seniors have anything to say to us before we start the meeting? Jane, you're so quiet. Okay. Peter, code enforcement.
Yes. Building permits issued last month were 15.
Site inspections, 57. Phone complaints, 14. Certificates issued, 1. Building code related, 65. Zoning, 22. Office related activity, 55. And I issued 1 violation, and I had 3 court cases. And I also, yesterday attended the 28th annual Local Government Day in Potsdam, and that went over very well.
Questions for Peter? Is there a motion to approve? Trustee Lascala, second. Trustee Hollingsworth. Further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. For the seniors here, if no one votes in the negative, they're recorded in an aye. Sometimes some of my members don't always say aye, and that means they voted aye unless they say no. Just as a point of interest. Okay. Chief of Police, Chief Prue.
September 2019 report, patrol mileage 5010-970, 5011 1,271, and 5012 256 for a total of 2,497. 173 reported incidents, 3 open doors, 6 rescue call assists, 10 calls for utility companies, 7 assists to other agencies, and 7 motor vehicle accidents, 4 burglary alarms, 1 order of protection served, no missing person reports, 9 B&T complaints, and 2 dog complaints.
Is 173, is that normal or is that high or
It's kind of low.
kind of low?
It's averaging out for the winter.
Okay. Questions for the chief on the report? All those in, yes, sir.
How many people took that police test?
Somewhere around 50.
50? How many do we have from Tupper Lake take it?
I'm still not exactly sure. Only a handful. Maybe 5 at most. That I know of.
Have they all taken their physicals?
No. We had 1 pass, 1 fail, and 3 defers.
What are defers?
They've got other things going on, so they've been rescheduled.
If they have like a bruised ankle or something, they have to.
Actually, it's employment related. It was all, they couldn't attend because of employment related issues, so civil service were to reschedule them.
So out of a pool of 50, are we gonna end up with 5
I can't
candidates,
answer that.
you think, or?
It all depends on if they pass the test. I can't answer that. Probably won't know till the beginning of December.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay.
Just trying to figure that out.
Further questions for the chief? All those in favor of the report? Opposed? The ayes have it. Next are the 2 resolutions I discussed. We need a resolution, I need a motion on a resolution to create a handicap parking spot right here in the first spot, right in front of the village office, and let the state do whatever they have to reallocate the lots.
Motion?
Trustee Lascala, second. Trustee Maroon. Further discussion. We've discussed this before. We've had other people in the past come in and ask for that.
Was there one here before Mayor?
Many years ago, yes, there was.
Before
I have to
before
set
the
a public
construction.
hearing for next, we're gonna have to do a public hearing for next month's
And
meeting.
we will establish a date for a public hearing to change the local law also on it. Any further discussion? Trustee LeBlanc?
Make the motion.
All those in favor, opposed? The ayes have it. I also need a motion to remove the handicap spot in front of, is it 19 Main Street, and allow the Department of Transportation to relocate that in agreement with the village. Trustee Hollingsworth, second. Trustee LeBlanc.
Where's 19 Main and why?
It used to be Julie Maroon's house, and she was handicapped for years, so we placed it there, and we've been requested to try and move that somewhere else. Further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. Are there any other Mary, do I need one, we need one more resolution
Oh,
tonight?
we should set public hearing for next month's monthly meeting, if we can.
We'll,
I mean, we'll get direction from Rob Haynes on Friday, but I'm sure it's gonna require a public
we
hearing
will, we'll establish it for 5 o'clock
for our next board
for our
meeting.
next board meeting. or 5:30 actually. I don't
5:30,
think there's gonna be any, major issues. We need a motion for that?
I would.
Okay, I need a motion to, we'll combine both of them into a public hearing for our next regular scheduled meeting at 5 o'clock to discuss handicap parking lot spots on Main Street and Park Street. Second, trustee Hollingsworth. Further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it.
Now, next month's board meeting is the 20th, day before Thanksgiving.
Ooh,
We all good with that?
now,
Oh, is it? I don't know. Let me check. I always thought it was the third Thursday.
Thanksgiving's the 20th. I think it is.
Yep, sorry, we're all good.
okay,
Sorry. It would be November 20th.
okay. Chief, fire department.
Just one more.
Yes,
thing.
Chief, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Rice. You're here and I don't wanna cut you off.
I'm sorry, Chief.
Just cause the meeting's gonna be after the 15th, the only parking ban starts November 15th.
Exactly, please.
Really?
November 15th, the parking ban starts so that people can't park on Main Street. And why we do that, so you folks understand, is that when we have to plow during the winter, if we have cars there, we have major issues, so. Thank you, Chief. November 15th, everybody mark that down. Paul Maroon, mark that down. Okay. Fire, Chief Cole.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Chief. Sorry, Chief.
Monthly report for September. Total calls 19. 7 in the village, 10 in the town, 2 in Santa Clara. Types of calls, 8 alarm activations, 1 NVA, 1 pole fire, 1 smoke condition, 1 propane odor, 1 car versus deer, 3 trees / wires down, 1 unknown fire investigation, 1 fuel spill, and 1 transformer fire. Average number of members at the call, 12. Total hours spent at calls, 12.5. Ask the board to accept the
Motion to
report.
Trustee Lascala, second trustee Maroon. Any additions or deletions? All in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. Chief, anything else?
Just a couple truck
Issues that
things,
we're working
and,
on?
we're working on that, and
Okay.
everything else is. so
The
far, so
the
good.
calls in Santa Clara were they were false, I mean,
We had,
tree
it was
down?
actually, no, we had the, water rescue
oh, yes,
for the boaters, and the other one was a tree down.
okay. Questions for the chief? Thank you, chief.
So Chief, when you say 12.5 outlet, so that was the average, time of all the calls? Like you had like 144 hours
It
or
was,
like 160 hours or?
well, it's roughly, for the 19 calls, we were on scene for 12 hours and, no. All-
The average.
Oh, okay, yes.
Hour call.
15 minutes, but not 30 calls. Got it. Cool. Thanks, we got that straight.
That's excellent question from the Free Press. Nothing from the Enterprise so far, but I know he's thinking. I know he's thinking. Deep in thought. I see that. You gotta add humor to these meetings because they can be dry.
And the only reason why that's so quick on call is because we have such great dedicated,
Our guys help us out,
yes,
the other departments.
yes, yes.
My cleaner's always down there, ready to drive the fire truck.
Yeah.
Bob, DPW.
You clean your house too?
Huh?
Yeah. Clean your house too?
We won't talk
Yes,
about
sir.
cleaning.
Buttoning things up, getting ready for winter. Did a bunch of patching for the water and sewer department, all the holes around town. We put in a couple 100 feet of pipe on the Buff Street that had failed. Just getting things buttoned up for winter. It's coming. We haul and sand with the town. We're gonna share the sand pile at the town this year,
Yes.
cause there's no room at the garage whatsoever.
Right, of the
obviously,
construction.
the construction, so, been hauling sand with them. I sent 3 trucks today to Long Lake Payback for helping us blacktop. I gotta send a couple trucks Monday to Saranac Lake, Village Saranac, to help them.
Just so the seniors understand, we have a mutual aid, a reciprocal agreement with Long Lake, Saranac Lake, Piercefield, Colton. They help us when we need hauling for blacktop and things, and we help them in return. So that's what he's referring to, and we have a great arrangement with all the local communities. Go ahead, sir.
About it.
Do you need a motion, anything on the trucks? We're all set.
Trucks.
The new truck that we're looking at.
Sander.
Is there anything update on that?
No, not right now.
Okay,
We'll discuss that next meeting.
okay. Anything else for Bob? Questions? Ian?
He's doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job. No complaints. And I was just ready to take a nap.
I know. Okay.
Did you nudge him, Ron?
Mike, electric department, Mr. Dominy. Mr. Dominy's son is here tonight too, just so you all know that. If you have a problem and you can't get Mr. Dominy 1, you can get Mr. Dominy 2. He had a great year at the Wild Center and I saw him in action. He did a good job. Go ahead, Mike.
Thank you, Mayor. We need to formally ratify change orders for the municipal electric garage project as follows. Rename change order GC09 for an increase of $38,421.28.
I didn't get the other one. No.
A motion from trustee Hollingsworth, second, trustee LeBlanc.
Thought I was taking a nap.
Further discussion, questions on that? All those, do you want to say anything, Clint, on it?
Oh, well, we can just clarify that it is it's not quite a change, it's an addition to, and it's the covering of the fuel tanks, which is imperative to be covered as soon as possible with the weather and everything. The spill covers the tank and the spill area.
Okay.
Yeah, the retention area.
Retention.
They're not allowed to be filled with snow or water or ice, and right now they're exposed to the elements, so they need to be drained anytime it rains or snows or cleaned out, because that's the retention in case you have a leak in the tank, and they're required to hold a certain number of gallons, so if you have water, ice in there, you can be fined. So that's why we're in a hurry to get the building back covered so that we can stop draining them every day.
And we do have the sonotubes in, and they're ready to start construction. On that building.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Once again, for the seniors, you've probably seen it behind the municipal, or behind the Civic Center. We're building a new electric garage to house our electric and BPW. It's a joint effort. It's under construction. The other one was a metal building built in the 60s, early 60s, and it served its purpose. It's time for a new one, and it's being constructed in a proper manner. Okay, Mr. Dominy.
We need to formally accept the resignation of electric line worker Tyler Shashaw effective October 25th, 2019.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Trustee La Scala, second trustee Maroon. Discussion. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Miscellaneous updates. We had a couple trucks down. We were down to one truck for a while, so we had 3 guys at school in the past week. We've just been doing regular maintenance. We had a tree down today. If anyone saw the lights blink in town, out by Big Wolf, big tree fell across, broke some primary out there, put Big Wolf out, but not really anybody on this end. So that's been repaired about 2:30, and that's about it.
No curtailment?
No.
The steel's coming Thursday and Friday, and it'll start being erected Monday
Yeah, a
Okay.
couple, yeah.
for a building.
The concrete's being poured tomorrow, Friday, sorry.
Yeah, one more
Just like
piece of
you.
their pad.
Okay. Questions for Mr. Dominy? Anyone?
I would just like to say one
Yes, sir.
thing,
Yes, sir.
in regards to, Mr. Sashaw. He's given us, 5, I believe, years to the village, and, would like to thank for his service. He's a very skilled individual in, this field, and I wanna personally wish him the best on his next venture.
Absolutely, so do I.
We wish him the best of luck. I hope he's happy with it.
Okay, Mary, treasurer.
I'd like authorization to pay the bills in the amount of $403,775.07, and also the abstracts for the month of September.
Is there a motion? Trustee La Scala, second, trustee Hollingsworth. These are all in your packets. Are there any questions, additions, or deletions? All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. I just want to tell the students here, this is $403,775 a month to run village government. So there's a lot of things that go into it. It's complicated, but you just think about it. You drink your water, you go to the bathroom, you have police protection, fire protection, and we do our own electricity here, not like other communities. So it works out well for all of us. Yes, Mary, go ahead.
I have a cash position there for everyone for the end of September. We're cash healthy right now. We're collecting taxes and our electric department's done a great effort with electric collection, so all the departments are doing well. We had our auditors finish up last Thursday. We got the AUD in today. It's on the boardroom table, or actually I moved it, I'm sorry, but I will give everyone a copy next month because we're expecting the NIPA report by Friday, so both of those will formally approve at next month's meeting. So,
Any
and
questions
well,
on that? Okay. Thank you, Mary. Seniors, any questions for us? Anything about government? I mean, you got the chief of police, chief of the fire department, head of the electric department, head of the water department, and Mr. Robillard left for school event.
What about the DPW? Bob's all teary-eyed over there.
I said head. Oh, I said deep. I thought I said DPW. I meant
Well, I apologize,
DPW.
man, maybe you did, you know.
It's okay. Do you have any questions of us? Anything you'd like to? No?
Personal.
Okay, Enterprise, no questions for us tonight? Wow, very good.
did you guys all get an agenda for the boardroom table?
You may want to take that back so they'll know you were really here, because they can't read my writing.
Make sure you have the mayor sign that, because that'll be,
Just don't take
Okay,
pictures.
what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a 3-minute break so I can sign these papers, and then we're going to go into executive session. Mike will need you.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Just so you know, we go into an executive session to either, there's a list of things that we can discuss by law. You can't go into executive session to hide anything from the public. Normally, it's about a personnel matter where we name names, or it's about a lawsuit, or it's about the purchase of land so that people can't compete and bid the price up for land. We don't do it. We try not to do it. We do it as little as we have. You got some papers for me to sign?
You guys approved my board business.